Hello guys and welcome at the round 2 of the Season X DCGP. So we are at EBISU NISHI today and we're starting with the top 48 now. I'm with Jonathan today. Hello Jonathan.
Hi guys, you probably know me as Instructor Tiny. I'm excited to see how these guys come out. I see our first battle here. Looks like Artem going in with a nice flick going into that second outer zone. The chase is fantastic from Talal Nahar going into this choke point right here with a nice braking, keeping that proximity all the way through, going to that final outer zone. I'm excited to see what these guys are bringing up here today.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting battles today. Sorry, right now at the stream you cannot see a layout, so first was Artem Chulkov. He was leading first. Second driver was Talal Nahar. Okay, now we should be good to go.
Awesome.
All is good. And we are going with second part.
Yeah, Talal Nahar is coming out here being really feisty with that initiation. Going to the second outer zone, a little shallow on it. But Artem is coming in and keeping the pressure throughout this whole track. Huge angle going into that final inner clip. A little bit shallow from Talal Nahar. But these guys are being real spicy. I'm excited to see what the judges say. They're coming out here just swinging. I saw the qualifying yesterday, Maki, and it was pretty intense.
Yeah, especially our top qualified driver, Ernestas Jakubelis. He got 99 score, so 99 out of 100 for Ernestas. So that's pure insanity. I was there with the judges, and they were just asking themselves, how is it possible, really? So, yeah, and that was... Oh, okay, so we have a winner here. Artem Chulkov gets the win.
Wow, that was a fantastic performance from the both competitors. Artem Chulkov is going to be moving on to, what is it, top 16 now?
No, that's going to be a top 32, so...
Oh,
yeah,
so that's how you guys do that.
We're starting with top 48, so in top 48 there are drivers from 17th place up to 48th. So top 16 drivers from quali are already in the top 32 bracket. So winners from the top 48. So Artem will be going up against winner of qualifying. So he's going up against Ernestas Jakubelis.
It's a very unique bracket in that, from what I've seen.
Yeah, that's a unique format. I don't know if somewhere else in drifting competition someone else is using same format as we do, but from the last, I don't know, 3 seasons, something like that, we're using it, and it's really awesome. So
that's so cool, and it gives an opportunity for more drivers to pretty much show their prowess in the scene. The next competitor we got coming up, we got Reeves. I've actually had the pleasure of commentating him before. He's also known as AOM Rampage out in the Assetto Corsa world. But Adam Grant is going to be in the lead. Let's see how Reeves comes in with that Chevy Corvette with a nice flick from Adam Grant. Reeves is trying to get that proximity throughout and stay in it with that LS powered Chevy Corvette coming in, or actually Chevy Camaro going all the way through. I'm so used to seeing him driving a Corvette, but he's being very smooth and consistent, keeping that proximity throughout that whole time. Dejan is very prowess with his Chevy Corvette ventures. He's known around actually the real world drifting community. A couple of the Pro-Am drivers know of Dejan Reeves, and he's just very fanatic with Corvettes and LS powered motors.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's awesome to see him compete in the virtual level.
That's really good to know. I even didn't know that. So he's going up against Adam Grant, so he's a really experienced team driver, and also he's amateur drifter in real world. So.
Wow. The proximity that Dejan Reeves got with that wall was insane. The amount of angle he's pulling out there with that Camaro, the new DCGP cars out here shredding, they're very fun to drive, and have a good aspect of angle and speed whenever you drive with them. I like how they feel.
Yeah, like Camaro is a new car for this season, and it's unique because it's got a supercharger instead of turbo, so it's whining loud, and the torque here, it's really different than most of the cars. So yeah, it's a unique car. It's big, it's loud, and it's fun to drive for me. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of muscle cars, and being able to see a Camaro out here and being able to shred, and you guys did a fantastic job with the physics and the body. I also like the Mustang in here. It's fun to drive. It's the cars I like to drive. I like to be real wild with. So I was telling Maddie earlier that I made the E36 3-wheel in Okayama. But let's see what the judges say on this. I'm excited to see what the decision was. It was a very balanced battle, back and forth from lead and chase. And what's your exciting aspect of this track, DC?
I think that's this wall with a bank. I don't know which it's the longest zone. I guess it's a third one. So that's really the camber of the track. It's really making difference while you're driving. So it's really hard to make a transition there. Oh, we have a winner there. So Dijon Reeves gets the win.
Dijon Rampage Reeves. He's used to me saying Rampage a lot because I love saying that name. And there's a couple other guys out here that I'm familiar with commentating in different events. Like I said earlier, to Maddie, people know me as Tiny, so I signed up as Jonathan Tiny Warbe. But I'm excited to see these other competitors. RX-7s have been unique cars in multiple competitions out here. We have Wilker coming in the lead with a nice flick with that S chassis, and then Luis Trevino keeping that proximity and staying in the pocket throughout that second outer zone. Third outer zone is good, but he's getting gapped a little bit into this diesel zone, reels him back into that final outer zone. That was a very conservative chase from Luis Trevino. Let's see how he puts it down on the lead, while Wilker is trying to gather in his thoughts, probably have a spotter saying, hey, he was a little bit loose on that chase. Let's see if he actually sticks it to him and then makes it easier for the judges to pick him over Luis Trevino.
Yeah, that was a really solid lead run from Victor. So let's see how he will do as a chase.
Oh, there's a tap on the decel zone from Victor. Luis Trevino is continuing on, finishing up the lap for the fans as Victor is continuing driving it along. I wonder if that decel, did he? I wouldn't say he decel too much. He didn't park it. He just slowed down, and it seemed like a tap on transition from Victor.
Yeah, that's always the case. Oh, that's a fast call. It's a Luis Trevino, so he's advancing on. And I was trying to say that the main thing is that if the braking was in the correct place and if the braking was not over braking. So if that wasn't any like stopping instead of braking. So sometimes it really needs to check a replay, so judges are disconnecting from a server to watch a replay from different views, watch pedal usage. So but here that was easy call for judges, so they think that it was Victor's fault of that contact, and Luis get the win.
It was also like giving them enough room to transition. It seemed like Victor did transition a little bit early and made the contact, but the judges are definitely looking into this to see how this actually could have affected, if it was in fact truly the chase fault, or maybe it could have been a late transition from the lead car. It all depends on what the judges theme. I love drifting as a judged motorsport because it's all up to the judges' hands when it comes to this kind of situation. But Maki, my first time hanging out with you. How are you doing today?
Yeah, it's kind of busy, so it's holiday time, making stuff.
Yeah, you making stuff? What you making, man?
Yeah, some presents. So
Okay.
going to the shops here and there, and just waiting for spending time with family and friends. So
That's good. It's always good to spend time with family and friends during the holidays, and especially doing these kind of competitions close to the holidays. It's kind of it's going to be a Christmas present for the top dog over here today.
yeah, that may be. Oh, so I can explain what's happening right now. Why we're waiting now? So Victor called a protest. So as many may know, we have protest formula. So if one of the drivers say that in their mind something is wrong with the verdict, so judges are going to the replay and they are watching it once again to make sure everything is fair and square. So every driver have this opportunity to make a protest if he feels that something's wrong, but it just takes some time, but to make sure that everything is okay.
Okay. All right. I think the judges are coming into a decision right now on that protest. The judges have been. It's a unique format here, when the judges are very forward with their responses and everything on the stream, or on the game itself. Is really cool to see. But
Okay,
now we
so-
have a buy run.
Yeah, so they rewatch the replay, say everything was fine with the verdict, so it stays like it was. And right now we have a buy run from Krzysztof Rypina, so there is no Nikhil at the server right now, so he's automatically going to top 32.
Wow. Yeah, that's very cool to see how smooth and consistent you guys here are at DCGP. My first time being here. Love the cars, like I said before. The layouts are awesome. Okiyama is one of my first favorite ones to drive, from the new packs that you guys have been coming out with. So it's very exciting. This track is very technical when you're going into even the initiation to that decel zone, so you could ride that wall, and even the final underclip is insane. So I'm excited to see how these guys come out here and put out some killer runs.
Yeah, so right now we have server restart because that was the last battle in the first group of top 48. So we're joining once again to a server, and yeah, that's a kind of different format, but we are really happy with it, how it's working. So as we have many drivers wanted to go, we had like to choose between making some licenses and just limit the driver number to, I don't know, maybe 50 60 drivers, or maybe go with the formula if someone want to check their skill, check their chances in competition. You can just register to a season, join the round, and take part in quali. And I think that's really awesome because like many times we've seen really black horses, guys that came out of nowhere, really no one knew them, who they are, where they're coming from, but they go straight into competition, going up to top spots. So I guess that's really good.
I definitely agree with that. I love the little David and Goliath stories from some of these drivers. Like I said earlier today, I've been able to commentate some of these well-known pro drivers out here in the Settle community, and it just being able to see people that I've never heard of or have never seen them compete and going up against these guys and putting their skills to the test. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, like maybe you will have new favorite drivers to watch.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All the drivers are my favorites, man.
Okay, next battle is Mario Castellanos and Kalin. Matasha, sorry for my pronunciation, I'm trying my best. Let's go.
Mario doing a great job filling out each zones as Kalin is coming in and getting that decel, getting that close proximity throughout that whole inner clip. Oh, mercy. Wow, that was an insane chase from Kalin. Man, some of these drivers, yeah, they do have some names. It's hard to pronounce, especially if we're not around them as often, and they have different cultures, which is great about drifting. There's no language barrier on driving skill. You just put it out on the track. Now we're gonna have them flip-flop. Kalin is now in the lead. Mario is at the chase. We got Mario right here. See if he could get that proximity, and even better, sticking it to the door right off the rip, giving them some room for that transition. And Kalin is filling out each zone so far, doing a fantastic job. But Mario is staying door to door, little tap, and there's a straighten from Mario. Unfortunate on that decel zone. Got to give him a little room, but the judges, it seems like it's going to be a clear-cut deal for the judges right here.
Yeah, like from this track, I'm really expecting that's gonna be a lot of door-to-door action in this last corner, especially with this heavy, really diesel zone into this inside clip. So, as you can see, one small mistake and that may be contact. Yeah, and we have a winner. Kalin Matasha gets the win.
Yeah, they were even saying, the judges saying, even without the hit, Kalin's lead was much better than Mario. So we're seeing our next drivers come out here. Oh, I know these guys. We have Oscar, and now we have one of the guys that I first started commentating and doing some videos on, Martinez, out here. Darius Austriaca's brother. We got two brothers in here. Martinez coming in here with a nice flick with that BMW. And we have Oscar getting right on the wall, scraping that bumper on outer zone 2. Martinez is keeping the proximity, staying consistent, and hucking it in there, staying in the pocket throughout that inner clip and final outer zone. Martinez is out here to show.
Yeah, definitely. He's got something to prove. Really top driver. Going up against Oskar Michalowski. I don't know, maybe he took part in some of DCGP competition before, but really it's a new driver for me. It's really interesting how it's gonna go in the second round.
See if Martinez puts out a killer lead run. He's been very consistent. Oscar bobbles a little bit on that first outer zone in the chase. Martinez is filling out each zone, being very smooth like silk, all the way to this final outer zone with a huge decel zone. And Martinez is filling it out, a little tappy tap from Oscar. But man, Martinez was very fluid throughout each run and each zone.
Yeah, it's really, you can see the experience of the driver. He's doing one good run after another, so I think at this track it really depends how you're gonna drive one after another, because you may do one good quality run, but doing consistent runs at this track it's really hard for me.
Yeah, but Martinez is out here. He has like I said earlier, the brother Darius, having that kind of like partner there, and it looks like Martinez gets the win on that run. It says the lead wasn't perfect, but his chase was much better, especially that attack in the last corner. So Martinez is moving on, top 32. Next we have Adam and Damian. Damian's going to be in the chase. Adam's going to be in the lead. seeing the variation of cars out here. Is
Yeah,
really cool to
Skyline
see.
R32, also new car for Season X. So really interesting to see how driver's gonna do with this one.
Whoa, there's a huge contact on that D-cell zone. Adam is still fighting through to try to fill out each zone, even through that contact, as Damian is keeping that proximity throughout. That initiation from Adam was a nice initiation, really smooth into it. Not too sure if it was a little bit late getting that body to angle to go through that line, but we'll see what the judges say, as now Adam is going to be in the chase with the Skyline. And then we have Damian out here with the S chassis, purple S chassis, and Project coming here. Damian with a nice flick into that first outer zone, filling it out. Going to second outer zone to third, Money. And my man Adam is just trying to stay in the pocket throughout the whole track, all the way through. Little left foot braking, a little tire drop in the chase, but it's a very back and forth battle here.
Yeah, that was quite a distance between these two in the second run. Yeah, definitely judges gonna need to watch a replay. I guess it's all about this contact at the outside zone number 3, or maybe diesel zone before outside zone number 3 in the first run. So who was at fault of this contact? Because in the second round we could see that lead was really good, and I don't know if Chase was struggling a little bit, or maybe that was just I don't know how he feels like he's gonna good advantage, so he can play safe. I don't know really. So right now it all depends at judges' verdict from the first run.
Yeah, it's so unique, especially seeing this kind of like battles in real life and in virtual, that a lot of it carries over. The one thing I did notice with the Skyline going into that first outer zone on the initiation, he was kind of a little bit low on angle from what I saw on my end. I don't know if the judges saw the same thing, but we're seeing how they're gonna look into the replay and see if they agree with it. The D-cell zone as well. That D-cell zone is going to be a headache for some competitors, both of them actually. I don't know how you will be able to, in Chase, to keep up with it, with keeping that momentum and staying as close in the pocket. That's something that seems like a challenge for any driver out here.
Yeah, this layout is really unique, because just from the beginning, when you're making an initiation, you have to carry a lot of speed into the first two outside zones, because if you're going not fast enough, you're not gonna go wide into outside zone number 3. So it's really important to carry a lot of momentum from this first two outside zones. So some of the drivers, what I could see from the quali, are just sacrificing their angle through the first two outside zones to just be in the right spot into the outside zone number 3. So just I think it's different styles of driving of each driver, but Chase driver really have to watch how it's gonna go into this outside zone number 3, and yeah, some of the drivers are really overusing left foot braking at outside zone number 3, and what I could hear from judges, it's not looking really good at this spot. So if you're going full throttle there, it's looking really good. Exactly, Ernestas, when he was doing his quali run for 99 points, he even did not use this diesel zone. He just went full throttle into this wall. So it's really possible to make this transition without even braking, but it is in a briefing. So yeah, you can use some braking, but it's not gonna look good when you're overusing it too much. So you're gonna go with the shallow line, missing outside zone number 3, and making really trouble for Chase driver. So okay, so judges coming back. and they say that they thought Adam used too much braking, but Damian came with so much speed. So yeah, judges said it was chase driver's fault, so Adam Gomolishek gets the win.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the chase and lead. When you're in the chase driver, you're mainly using that lead driver as a moving clipping point. So being able to adjust on the fly, that's going to be the biggest struggle. We were talking about how some people use some braking throughout each zone, or even in the decel zone. You got to be able to change on the fly. One of your good friends at DCGP, Olaf Eriksson, I love that dude. We have conversations about drifting, and it looks like there's a technical timeout real quick for Davis. So real quick, probably 30 seconds to a minute, but Olaf we're having a conversation. A lot of time it's speed and aggression could get you through the track a lot more efficiently and a lot more smoother. And I agree with his thought process on it. Because if you're able to commit to each zone and stick it to it, just like what we saw with Hernesis yesterday, he was committed with each zone, just putting that throttle down and just riding it the whole way. If you're committed, you're going to be putting out stellar runs time after time after again.
Yeah, it's better, like better to make some mistakes while doing aggressive style and doing all-in driving than making mistakes while doing 50% driving or something like that. So yeah, I believe that making full commitment driving is much better, but you still as a chase driver have to watch out what the lead driver is doing. So you cannot forget about this lead driver. So okay, we're back at the track. Davis, Ormanis and Ilmars Lyans at the track.
Wow, Davis coming in with an aggressive flick, going into that first outer zone to second outer zone. It does look like it's going to be a rerun because I think Davis tapped the cones. Those cones there are pretty aggressive, especially on this track compared to Okayama.
Yeah, that's really, gonna be a rerun of this first run. Drivers should stop and come back to the pits. Yeah, they're right back, going into the start line.
All right,
so yeah, Okayama was really easy track comparing to this one, for sure.
Okayama is also a fun high-speed track. This is more technical, but we got Davis not in the cones this time, flicking it in there into that first outer zone, filling out the second outer zone, getting a little shallow to now getting deeper into that third outer zone, filling out each very smooth and consistent, a little bit shallow into that second to last final outer zone, all the way through. Elmars did a fantastic job on maintaining that discipline and staying within proximity throughout that whole battle, which is good. And let's see how he does in the lead with that skyline, as Davis is now in the chase with the BMW. BMWs have been prevalent a lot in the drifting scene now. It used to be 240SX back in the day when I first started watching drifting back in 2008, but we have Elmars out here. Nice flick into that first outer zone, filling it out, getting deep, and then shallowing up a little bit. Made a little contact from the chase driver on that third outer zone, going into this huge decel zone. A straight in on that decel zone from the chase driver to the final outer zone. And Elmars gets the win from that big straight in.
Yeah, that was probably easy call for judges. Big mistake from a chase driver. So yeah, what's awesome about DCGP, we're always using different layouts. So that was the last battle from this group. So quick restart. But first track was pretty much standard layout of Okayama track. But this one and also during previous seasons, we're just making some layouts that are not even possible or to do in real life world. So it's really fun to watch some crazy layouts that may even be one time, but still it's really fun to watch, fun to drive. Some new tracks, or maybe some well-known tracks, but in really different way than you're doing just like casual driving. So
Oh yeah, Okayama was very high speed and flowed well with the chase, and lead driver gave opportunity for the chase to excel, and the lead driver to excel. But going into this track, it's a dangerous game when you're in the chase, because you got to make sure you surge at the right spots and don't take out or punt the lead driver off the track. But it's exciting to see these guys coming in, flowing in. A lot of, not only has been you guys and the staff been fantastic with so far the competition, the drivers are on top of their game and jumping onto the lobbies when they have to. It's a very smooth run competition you guys are having here.
Yeah, that's years of making, I guess. Like the system, we were working first with Republic of Sim Racers. Then now we're making our own website, or our own formula of registration, and how it's working at the server, how the servers are just switching to different groups. Yeah, it's just years of making. Okay,
it shows.
Let's go back to Zach and Adrian.
Zach doing a great job filling out on the zones. Adrian staying in the proximity with that A90 Supra, coming in, staying in the pocket throughout every zone and getting it in there. Wow, that was a smooth chase and a smooth lead. It's going to switch sides. Zach Macy is now going to be in the chase. Adrian with the 890 Supra is going to be in the lead. Adrian he was so consistent with the proximity and going through each zone and just flowing with the lead driver. That's a fantastic chase from what I see. Now we're going to see how Adrian performs in the lead without having to worry about a moving clipping point in front of him. He just has to hit each zone. Zach Macy with the skyline, flicking it in there, staying in the pocket in that second outer zone, going into that third outer zone, getting real close to him as we're filling out each outer zone from Adrian. A fantastic lead from him. A little bit of a gap on that final decel zone, but he sticks it right back in the pocket. Wow.
That's gonna be a close call, I would say, between these two. So
that was insane.
Yeah, and we're still at the top 48. Then don't forget about it. So last round we had some battles in the top 48 between some well-known drivers, and that was really interesting to watch, because that could happen in the final, but they were battling in the top 48. So it's still a long way to go up to the top. So. Also, when one of the drivers from the top 48 already had a battle, so he's warmed up, and going up against the battle from the top 32, a guy from the top 32 that did not have a battle, but yeah, that's a one more time between Zach and Adrian. So I was trying to say, like, he's not warmed up, but he got a better quali run, so really interesting to watch when some underdogs winning up against better drivers. So let's go with one more time.
One more time battle here with Zach Macy and Adrian. Adrian's still doing a great job staying in the pocket and mirroring for the most part in the first three outer zones. All the way into his decel zone, Adrian is still staying there and keeping proximity. He did a very similar chase from the previous battle. Now we'll see him in the lead. Let's see if Zach Macy can actually perform and do the same or even better chase run here. It's a real big contention here.
Yeah, that was really consistent chase. and lead was also very good. So really curious what happened now.
Wow, and Zach just sticks it right in the pocket in the first two outer zones, loses proximity in outer zone 3, and dives back into this decel zone and trying to tuck it in and stay as close as possible throughout that final outer zone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of door-to-door action at the finish line. That's what I'm looking for. And yeah, right now it's gonna be about this separation between those two at the outside zone number 3. What happened there? And yeah, we're waiting for the verdict.
I'm excited to see this grow even more intense with different battles. You got drivers out here that are they have different styles we were talking about earlier. You got the drivers that ramp it up throughout the competition. Some people just go 110% from the beginning to end. So we'll see.
Yeah, Adrian Ronero gets the win, so he's advancing to a top 32. Yeah, it was really sad to watch yesterday because both Adam Zalewski and Paweł Korpuliński just went under the top 48, so we're not gonna see them. Well-known Drift Masters European Championship drivers. So yeah, and we're back with Artur Olech and Tristan Bakowski already at the track.
Arthur out here with that kind of Spider-Man looking A90, doing a great job filling out each zone all the way into this final inner clip. Doing a good job as Tristan was trying to stay in the pocket. There's a little bit of distance and proximity loss throughout that whole run. We'll see how Arthur does in the chase, while Tristan is going to try to put out a banger of a lead run for Arthur. Here we go. Arthur in the chase with the A90 Super. Tristan in the lead. Coming in with a huge flick. A loss of distance. Tristan just took Arthur to Gapplebees throughout the zones. Now here comes Arthur coming in to try to keep that proximity. A huge backy into that final inner clip from Tristan.
That's really interesting because we could see that's a big speed difference between those two. When Tristan was leading, he went very, very fast through the course. Arthur was struggling to keep after him, and in the first run that was a really different thing. Like Tristan was too fast for his chase, maybe, and he was struggling with consistency of his line and angle. So that was, I guess, messy runs. So I don't know if judges have a clear winner, or maybe not. Let's wait for the verdict.
All right, judges are bringing up. Tristan gets to win.
Okay.
A loss of distance. We missed and miss of outer zone 3 from I believe the chase driver Arthur.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see our next drivers drive up here. Lucas Pasquini and Patrick. Lucas Pasquini, I've had the pleasure of commentating him before. I believe it was in Super Drift and other competitions. He's another AO1 member. But what do you think about these guys?
Huh. That's gonna be really interesting because Patrick is a really good driver. So let's see.
Wow. Lucas filling out each zone, applying a little bit of left foot brake to stabilize on each zone. All the way into this decel zone. Very smooth like butter from Lucas, but man, Patrick is sticking it to his door. And we have Lucas Pasquini, number 24, representing the AOM drift team. See if you could stick it to him in the chase and try to be as aggressive as possible as Patrick was with that 370. Patrick out here, red black 370. Let's see how he performs out here in the lead. Lucas staying right next to him throughout the initiation, and Patrick just filling out each zone unfazed by his chase driver. A little bit of loss of proximity in that outer zone, going to the decel. Lucas is keeping in and staying all the way through, fighting all the way to the end of the track.
That was really crazy initiation from Lucas, just bumper to bumper. Whew. That was a close one, and all the way through the course he was really close. Maybe in one place after outside zone 4, I guess he let a little bit gap there, but still he was right behind Patrick, so that's also gonna be a close call.
And it's cool to see how the talk and how the styles are with Lucas. I think he left some proximity so he could use the surge and momentum to stay right into the pocket, but it does look like Lucas skipped the outer zone 1 on the chase, but Patrick had a better chase and closer after outer zone 3.
Yep, so verdict is Patrick Majewski. So
really tough battle for them.
Yep, so small mistakes that may be a win or lose. So, and coming up to the next, Patrick Kamiński and Edgar's Lasmanis. You may know Edgar's because he was the driver at our video briefing.
Edgar with the Ford Mustang coming out here, being really aggressive. Huge angle, but then, oh, that looks like a straighten after outer zone 3 from Edgar in the chase. He might zero out this chase run. And Patrick is filling out each zone, unfazed by the Mustang, roaring on his window.
Yeah, that was big mistake from a chase at the outside zone number 3. I don't know, it was speed of the lead driver, or maybe he made some other mistake, but that's gonna be a 0 for him, sadly. But still, there's one run to go, so everything may happen now.
Patrick giving some room at the line for Edgar, but Edgar is coming out here in a hucking the angle into outer zone 3. It was a huge bobble from Patrick, but he's staying in the proximity. A tire drop from Patrick and punts Edgar offline. I think that tire drop actually affected him and gripped him up, so he couldn't really slow down with Edgar.
Yeah, that hit, especially in the front, the tire, that really hurts the drift. So that was a
also
big
hurts your
contract.
hand with the direct drive.
Yeah, especially when you have a direct drive wheel, that really may twist your hand there. Yeah, so that may be the case if Edgar's was okay with his braking, or maybe Patrick was too fast. I don't know. All in judges' hands right now. So I believe they are watching some. Yeah, they just disconnected for replays, so they need to rewatch this once again. So if that means that Patrick had 0 mistake in second run and Edgar's had 0 in the first, that's gonna be a one more time. So it's really interesting now if that's the case, or maybe something else happened that we've missed, because as you may know, we are watching. I don't know about you, but I'm watching from a TV camera, as you watch during a live stream. But judges are looking for third person view, so they're watching it from different perspective. They see some things that we are missing. Also, they're using some tools like pedals usage and speedo, so they see more than we see in TV cameras. But still, they need to rewatch replays when it's Went's hard call. So
Alright, run 2. There's deeming it as the chase fault. So, yep, it was the tire drop and the crazy gain of speed from the chase driver that caused the collision on the final inner clip. And they wanted to check to see if Edgar did zero totally on the first.
okay, so judges said that he did not make a zero. It was a little angle, but still he was in a drift. So that means Edgar Lasmanis gets the win.
Yeah, when they're talking about if they're still in a drift, they're looking to see if the driver was actively countersteering throughout the whole drift. So that's one big thing to check while the judges are out here looking at the replays to see if there was actually some countersteer. And it seemed like even though it looked like a close straight in, but he was still countersteering throughout that whole turn.
Yeah, so from their perspective, it's really easier to see if someone's still at the drift or maybe not. Especially, I'm watching it with big smoke on the screen, so most of the times, chase driver is really like a spot. So it's sometimes really hard to see such things. Okay, so that was the last battle from this group, and we are already in a half. No, sorry, it's one last group in a top 48 now live at the server, and yeah, drivers are already joining in, and we should be good to go just in a moment.
This is the final group for the top 48.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
And I have another competitor out here that I'm familiar with to see out here compete is Steven Jarbo, another AOM guy.
And Vaida Sipaila, so experienced driver. Let's see
Steven
how
Jarbo
they go.
with that RX-7, man. He is an absolute menace with that RX-7, doing a good job with that initiation, but Vitus is sticking it on him throughout that third outer zone and staying in that proximity all the way through to that final inner clip and keeping it all the way in. And oh my God, the chase was unreal from Vitus with that BMW.
Really, now in season 10, it's not a popular car. The small BMW was a thing in season 8, I would say, but top drivers are using it, so I guess it's a good one to drive.
Yeah, now we have Vitus out here in the lead. Steven Jarbo coming in with the RX-7, trying to fill out each zone and staying in the pocket throughout the whole thing. A nice aggressive snap, and he's keeping that angle. A little bit lost, a huge loss of angle on outer zone 3, but he's trying to stay all the way through to that final inner clip and sticking to the pocket. A lot of bobbling from Steven Jarbo in the chase.
Yeah, when you ask me which part of the track is the hardest one, I said this this camber. So you could see how much understeer car can go. When Steven was the chase, he went really understeery there, lost a lot of line and angle. Okay, so we have a winner. Vaida Sipaila gets the win.
Next we have Benjamin out here and Darius Austriaca, the brother of Martinez. Darius is a great competitor. He is a VDC driver as well. Coming out here, putting out some crazy doors on practicing. Here comes Benjamin with a nice huge flick into that first outer zone. Darius is being very smooth and staying in the pocket throughout each zone. and he is very confident on where his car placement is. Benjamin is just flinging it in there and hucking it with huge angle in each zone. And Darius is just like another day, another walk in the park.
Yeah, Benjamin had a really good quality run, so that's why he was higher than Darius. But Darius as a chase driver is really crazy. So he's doing consistent chase runs every time. So great to watch, and let's see how they go now.
Huge flick from Darius to that first outer zone. Second outer zone's filled out. And we have Benjamin's just sticking it to him with mirroring of the angle as Darius is just filling out each zone as smooth and consistent as possible. A little bit of a bobble from Benjamin in the final inner clip, and Darius is out here just shredding those tires. Huge flicks from both of these drivers. Chase wise, Darius was in the pocket being very active, but it seems like Benjamin was mirroring the chase driver a lot better. We'll see what the judges see.
Okay, so Darius Ostrejka gets the win. Judges said that there were some mistakes in the both lead runs, but Darius had the better chase.
Respectable.
Okay, so the next one, Gert and Armands. So that's a nice Mark II. Really great looking car.
Not seen these two competitors ever compete, but I'm thinking, wow, the huge flick into that first outer zone from Gert. Going all the way through, filling it out, losing a proximity from Armandas, but staying in the fight throughout that whole final inner clip, all the way to that final outer zone. Good job from both the drivers.
Yeah,
a little bit of loss of proximity, though.
Yeah, I guess I see Gert for the first time, but I've seen Armands, I guess, many times, I can say.
Yeah.
So he's not the new one to the DCGP, and going up against the longest car in the pack, I would say, with the smallest one. That's really fun to watch.
And it's gonna be a struggle for Gert to stay in the pack. Oh, a huge surge from Gert, but a little tap doesn't upset Armandas while he is filling out each zone. Gert tire drops. It's in that final inner clip. Just try to keep it in that pocket. You were saying long cars are that car is long compared to Armandas, so it's gonna be a battle of size in a sense when you're talking about staying in the pocket.
Yeah, David versus Goliath.
Yeah. Oh no, that car kind of reminds me of a bar of soap.
That may be.
Yeah. Never go to that supermarket and get the cheapo soaps, and you're like, you know what? I just need soap for today. I would go to the other supermarket tomorrow. Had those moments. Would go to Dollar General and pick up a bar of soap so I could wash myself.
Okay, so we have a winner. Lasmanis gets the win. So judges said that before the last corner it would be one more time, but then Chase got two wheels off the track, so we could see how Gert dropped his wheels at the inside clip. And moving on to the next drivers, Patryk Chosak and Yanis Tiedra. Same Supras.
Yep. Two Supras, one purple, one black and red, as Patryk is in the purple Supra filling out the zones. Yanis is right there staying in the pocket with the black and red Supra, RTR livery on the side, not the RTR Von Gittin.
No, it's Racing
What-
Team Riga now.
Yeah, Racing Team Riga. So it's cool to see the play on words on there. So did a fantastic job in the chase. Now we see them flip sides. Giannis is in the lead. Patrick in the chase. A90 Supras are unique. They kind of remind me of Predator from the movies. But man, Giannis filling out that first outer zone and scraping the wall. Same thing with outer zone 3 all the way to this decel zone. Huge flick from Giannis and a little tap from Patrick, but doesn't phase Giannis at all. I am in awe with these guys. These guys are putting out some killer runs.
Yep. And they're gonna go harder and harder, advancing on. Yeah, the Supra is a great looking car.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I personally don't like how they drive, man.
I have never driven in real life any of the Supras, but yeah, also the drivers are making great stuff with their liveries. It's really colorful. Someone uses some LEDs under their car, so it's really fun to see how these guys spending their spare time to make some crazy liveries.
Man, it's cool to see the A90s. I was watching a video of Frederick Osbo from Formula Drift. How he has so much speed with that car, he makes it 3-wheel. It's insane. Like, how do you do that with such a low car? And it looks like it's going to be a one more time. See these two guys come out here and fight it out.
One more time. It was too close to call a clear winner, so we're gonna see them going once again.
Patrick is going to be back in the lead. Giannis in the chase. Two aggressive drivers coming out here and just punking it in there. And Giannis is getting real aggressive, staying in the proximity, losing some of it on that decel zone, giving them room, diving in every chance he gets and showing them what he's made of, but loses a significant amount of proximity. And it looks like a reinitiation going into that final outer zone from Giannis, but the judges are going to look at that. That was surprising to see compared to the first run from Giannis, to see him on the one more time to struggle a little bit and stay in the pocket.
Yeah, maybe some small mistake, and how it goes.
Yeah, always. Giannis is out here. Huge flick into that first outer zone. Second outer zone is good, but Patrick is just sticking it to the door. Eye contact to the wall makes Giannis bobble, but he still fights through that contact with the wall. Huge angle into that final inner clip, and my goodness, Patrick is sticking it in the pocket throughout the whole time, changing his Spotify playlist to some Miley Cyrus, man.
Oh boy. Okay, so judges said that Patrick Josmak gets the win. Yeah, crazy stuff. Especially when Giannis pulled up this backwards into the last corner. He was just right there scrapping his door with his front wheel. So
it's insane.
Fun to watch. And let's find out who's gonna take. Yeah, that was the last battle of the top 48. So right now we'll be moving to a top 32 bracket, and we will see Ernestas Jakubelis, our top quali driver, going up against Artem Chulkov.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see this kind of stuff. I love seeing the top quali go against for their first round after a bye round. They're on ice a little bit. Seeing how they perform is so it's so exciting, because you want to see them do that same run again. It was a 99, it was a 95, and then a 99. I never thought someone would be like, let me see if I can do better from a 95, especially in the drift competition. But he did it. It was insane. Usually people, after they get a score and they're in the bracket, they're in the fighting, they're just, all right, let me just huck it in there, have fun with the second run.
Yeah, that was just a warm-up before I pull out something special from my pocket.
Yeah. Took some G fuel right before the second run.
Yeah.
So we have our guys loading into the server. Our nest is out here. We got a bunch of people watching on YouTube. Talking about three-wheeling earlier. I love that E36. It likes the three-wheel, be real aggressive, and we're gonna see Artem come out here against Ernestus. And Ernestus is in that RX-7. Nice small wheelbase going in with a big flick into that first outer zone, filling it out, getting aggressive, use some left foot braking to stabilize himself in there. But Artem is staying in the pocket and sticking it right on the door of Ernestus and saying, I don't care if you qualify a top dog, I'm going to be right here and take you out of the competition and staying in the pocket.
Yeah, just Artem had to go all in because he knew that Ernestus will go with a crazy elite. So he knew that it's his only opportunity to show something as a chase, sticking very close to Ernestus. And let's see now when they switch sides.
Yeah, Ernestus is coming out here. He knows he just got doored by Artem, but now Ernestus is trying to get that proximity, gain it. Has to lose some angle. Looks like he missed outer zone 3, but going all the way through. Artem is filling out each zone all the way through. A little tire drop from Ernestus, and I think this might be an upset here.
Yeah, very, very shallow line from Ernestus at outside zone number 3. I really don't know if that was a speed difference between those two or maybe something else, but that was really weird, I would say, from Ernestus as a chase, making such a shallow line there. But yeah, this track it's really technical, so it's very easy to make a big mistake there.
Yeah, that outer zone 3, it's kind of nerve-wracking, especially being in the chase, because you don't want to go so fast that you're gonna just dive so hard and slam them into the wall. But it's maybe he psyched himself out in the chase. We'll see. Judges are looking in and seeing how both chase and lead from both drivers out here. BMW is looking good. I don't see any three-wheeling, but doing a good job out here. Judges are relaying what they're when they make their calls in the server, which is fantastic to see.
Yeah, they say that they made similar mistakes, but Ernestus really lost his line there at outside zone number 3, and that is why Artem Chulkov gets the win. That's a surprise.
Huge upset.
And a huge upset for Ernestus. But that's what I was saying, like, Artem had the warm-up before at the top 48, so... Okay, let's go back. Luca Tesson and Krzysztof Rypina already at the track.
How do you say that name again? Holy smokes, that was so smooth when you said it, but here we go. We got
Which one?
This is the chase driver, Lucas. I know how to say Lucas. Lucas out here slaying it. and going all the way through. And Rapina is out here in the chase and just fighting and stayed in the pocket. I'm still not gonna try to say that first name.
Yeah, it's
I would have butchered the hell.
Christoph, so.
Yeah, I almost said Christoph, but you said it and it was so smoother. It was like as smooth as farting through silk how you said it. So
my native language, so it's easier for me.
So we have Rapina out here in the lead, representing Escuco. Huge flick into that first outer zone, but Lucas is staying in the pocket. Had to cut the track just a tad to stay in the fight, losing proximity in outer zone 4 to 5, going all the way through. Huge angle from both of them. Nice mirroring throughout that final inner clip to the final outer zone, and a little bump from Lucas saying, hey, I'm here. At the end. I think sometimes these drivers like to giggle and laugh and bump people, bump each other. Be like, hey, what's up, dude?
Hello there.
It's funny. I drive with VR, so some of the drivers, when I'm drifting with them, they'll see me look back and they giggle because I'll panic. I went from controller to direct drive with VR.
Yeah, that's a different kind of experience.
Oh man, and I respect all these drivers even more. I'm able to. This is a cool thing about it. You could drive with pro drivers or even pro drivers IRL, like you were saying, DMX drivers, Formula Drift drivers. You could drive with. To guys that do this on a constant basis, and like the ALM guys, that's why I'm familiar with them. I hang out with them, I talk to them. They're great dudes. They're all willing to kind of teach you the ropes, and if you're willing to learn from everybody, you'll be able to grasp the concept of being on a wheel in VR.
Yeah, I really love the drifting community in sim racing. So okay, let's go back to the verdict. Krzysztof Repina gets the win.
Krzysztof?
Krzysztof.
How does Krzysztof? Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah.
Krzysztof?
Yeah.
Krzysztof?
Okay, so
work on that.
Arthur, Kula, and Dijon. Yeah. Rampage, Reeves.
Rampage!
Yeah, let's go.
Dijon coming in here with a huge flick, kind of missing that first outer zone, but staying real aggressive with that. Camaro, a little tap from Arthur on that outer zone 3, but my goodness, Rampage is filling out each zone and being consistent in the chase. Has to slow down a lot with that Chevy, but man, he was sticking it to him, and he was trying to be like molasses and just stick it right onto his door. It was insane to see him with that big old car staying with that S chassis, and if there was a replay here, you would have seen that S chassis kind of be a little bit shallow in proximity to that final inner clip. We'll see how the Rampage comes out here. Dijon, I keep messing up his name, but I still love him. Out here with the Chevy Corvette, a good Scandinavian flick with the Chevy Camaro. I keep saying Corvette. Correcting myself. I'm so used to seeing Corvettes just ripping it, but man, Arthur is sticking it to his pocket. A little contact in the decel zone, another contact on the inner clip, but Rampage was staying all the way through with that fight and filling out each zone. Lead versus lead, chase versus chase. Major contacts from both drivers. It was a correct. The contact did make him move a significant amount. It was close to the tire.
Yeah, let's wait for the verdict.
I believe Jean Reeves is actually going to be going to VDC this year. He's going to be a rookie.
Okay.
So he's very excited for it. When I last talked to him, I talked to these guys. I want to say as much as I can. I work night shifts, so whenever I'm on break, I'll hop into Discord and be like, what up, guys? And so with them on the multiple different Discords, let's see what the judges say.
Okay, so they said that both of the drivers had really late initiation at the chase, but second one too much speed by chase on the last diesel zone. So yeah, we have a winner. Let's go with it.
Rampage gets the win, man. Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go. We will see him in a top 16.
It's funny, I'll jump into Discord and he's like working, and it's like he works night shifts as well. So he's like kind of tired, and I'll jump into Discord and yell Rampage, and he's like, oh god.
He's pumped. Okay, Vitaly Isaev and Luis Trevino already at the track.
Luis Trevino keeping that proximity of loss of angle on the end of outer zone 3, but Vitaly is going out here with that BMW huge angle. And now another contact on that final inner clip. Luis Trevino, I believe I've actually commentated one or two of his events before, if I'm not mistaken. Very consistent driver. Aggressive when he's in the lead. We'll see if he's aggressive here with Vitaly.
Vitaly, yeah.
Vitaly. Okay. Vitaly in the chase. Lewis out here. Huge flick into that first outer zone. Going all the way through, filling out. Oh, contact with the wall. Another tire drop on that outer zone, and then a huge angle going into that final inner clip. That is going to be a final nail in the coffin, possibly, for Lewis.
Yeah, that may be, because that was a big mistake from Lewis. And Vitaly Isaev gets the win.
We have our next drivers coming up. Refresh the server, I believe.
Yeah, I guess that was the last battle, so quick restart. And we're going with a second top 32 group for today.
Guys are just ripping through the competition. I love seeing that. We're about the midway point, I want to say. What's the midway point of this competition?
I would say, yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Probably about midway point.
No, I would say midway is like when top 16 is starting.
That is true. You do top 48. But I'm excited to see what you guys do for the next round. Where's the next round going to? What track is it?
Let me see. It's Okuibuki Park. So that's a really famous track, or maybe I would say it's a car park to be exact. But
Okay.
it's a really known track for Japanese drift series D1 GP. So.
D1 GP throwing it back.
Yep.
Love it.
So we're cooking something special for the drivers. And I guess that's gonna be crazy layout.
Oh yeah. Next drivers, we have Cameron Mustard. I remember this guy back in Super Drift when I just started commentating. It's gonna be coming on a year I've been commentating in June, but Cameron Mustard is one of the first guys I've met in series. In Super Drift does a great job coming in with a huge Scandinavian flick into that second outer zone, going all the way through with some contact from Colin, going all the way through. Colin with that 370Z is unfazed by the S chassis. Cameron Mustard going in, a huge angle on that inner clip and just filling it out, as Colin is just tapping his door and being super aggressive the way I like it. That could be taken in any context it wants to be.
Yeah, like Cameron is always great to watch as a lead driver. he's like a robot. He's doing one great lead run after another. So
yeah, there's an ongoing joke between me and Cameron. I want to send him a crate of spicy mustard if he does a killer run. So here we go. Let's see how he does in the chase. Huge flick, getting that proximity. Let's see if Cameron Mustard gets to the spiciness that I like. Being really aggressive in that pocket with that S chassis as Gallen is filling out each zones with that 370Z. Left foot breaking huge. D-cell dives into that final underclip. Cameron is just smooth throughout the D-cell zone into that inner clip. Let's see if the judges think Cameron becomes spicy mustard or he just gets shelved up. Mustard. Colin is shaking big time. And Cameron is, they're both talking to each other. In the chat is pretty funny.
Yep, it's always funny. Like,
yeah,
we're trying to stop this talking because sometimes there are just jokes one after another, but
it's good to see though, because I know the pro drivers probably giggle at each other, pull up next to each other after a run.
Yeah, it's like a virtual handshake.
Yeah, that's great to see.
Okay, so it's a one more time between those two. Cameron better lead, Kalin better chase. So we'll see them going once again.
Yeah, we're gonna see them going once again. It looks like you get a buy one get one free special for the mustard aisle, and so we're gonna see Cameron out here scrubbing up his tires.
Spicy one.
Maki, you gotta get used to it, Maki. I'm gonna be around more often.
Okay. That's good.
There we go, Cameron out here with the S chassis. Nice, huge Scandinavian flick into that first outer zone. The second outer zone is good. 370Z is staying in the pocket throughout the whole time. Uses some left foot braking to modulate that proximity all the way through. Cameron Mustard is doing a good job in the lead, glorifying that chase driver as that chase driver is staying door to door, baby.
Woo! That was great. Really great.
My goodness. You could tell when guys have driven together more often that they know what each other does, so they could take advantage of it in a sense.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
Yeah. Now we have them switch sides. Colin with that 370Z in the lead. Cameron, future spicy mustard, we don't know. We'll see after this battle what the judges think. With Colin, huge Scandinavian flick, a contact right on the initiation. Oh no, he was a little bit too spicy.
Yeah, that's a big carnage. So that means Kalin Matasha gets the win because of this huge bump from Cameron. Yeah, he just said I hate myself. Don't worry, Cameron. You will get him next time, bro. Okay, let's go back. Łukasz Tasiemski and Martinez Ostrejka. Let's go with this one.
Between these guys. With Cameron and Colin. But yep, Lucas versus Martinez in the chase, coming in with a huge flick, staying close in the pocket throughout the whole time, giving them enough room on each transition. Lucas is filling out each zone, some contact, huge D-cell from Lucas, but that is a D-cell zone. Wow, that is not normal from Martinez.
I'm really curious now if Martinez did not hit Łukasz. If Łukasz would even just go into this inside clip, he was going very slow there, and
yeah,
I don't know if he could make it without Martinez's help, I would say.
Yeah, that could be a plausible instance here. The judges are gonna have to look in that, but Martinez coming in with a nice aggressive flick into that first outer zone to second outer zone. Martinez is doing a good job staying, filling out each pocket of zone all the way through. And my goodness, Lucas is just being on him with the proximity all the way through the competition. You got now the judge is going to be looking at the replay.
Yeah, definitely. That's a replay case for sure. So, Łukasz was really breaking hard into this inside clip.
Yeah, you brought up a very valid point.
Yeah, like
before.
If that was okay in judges' eyes, or maybe he was overusing it, just they have to check it, and we have to wait a little bit for their call after they rewatch the first run from different perspective, and come back with their decision.
Yeah, you're bringing up how would he be able to make that inner clip if he... I do see what you're saying, this huge decel. It looked like even he had so much angle that he possibly couldn't have make that inner clip, but we'll see how the judges think of this. They'll relay the information in the chat. And Martinez is out here. He's the type of guy, whenever you... I don't know if you ever drifted with him, but he'll make you look on purpose. We did a video together just to do like a little video, like doing this kind of stuff. And he's like, dude, I'm gonna left foot brake a lot to keep up.
Something is really wrong now with your microphone.
You hear me now?
Yep, that's great.
Better? Okay, cool. Good. All right.
So you have to repeat the last part because I couldn't understand what you're saying.
Well, first, I'm going to yell at the internet providers I have because they tend to do that with my microphone. But second, with Martinez, he is a great driver. But we did a video a while ago. I want to say close to like 10 months ago. And he said that he's going to left brake a lot so I could keep up with him. I'm like, thanks, dude. Like, just tell me how you really feel about my drifting. So, like, he's a good dude, great dude. Same thing with Darius. They're great people to hang around with.
Yeah,
I wonder who's the problem child.
Who knows? Maybe there's another sibling there in Ostrika family.
Is Martinez the spoiled one, or is it Darius?
They have to say it.
Yeah, if you're in the chat, one of you guys, I expect you point the finger at both of each other.
Yeah, like you are the one.
Yeah. My goodness. A great realm of culture throughout this whole competition with these guys. It looks like the judges did see the replay.
Yeah, they waited
in
to check if Łukasz brake early or not and if it was okay. So they said that he started this one at the diesel. Martinez had a lot of speed, so he couldn't avoid a hit. And that is why Łukasz Tasiemski gets the win, and he is advancing on to the top 16. Okay.
Who's next, man?
Ireneusz Jawor and Adam Komoliszek. So I have Spartan livery now. One thing is coming to my mind, Juha Rintanen. He also had a Spartan at his S15 back in the day. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that S chassis looks very clean and going in with a huge, nice flick. Actually, it was more conservative flick. Skyline is trying to keep that proximity throughout the zone, losing it substantially throughout each zone, but trying to keep it throughout that final inner clip. Man, that S chassis is either great or probably both.
Okay, something is wrong with your mic once again. So Yeah, that was a really good battle between those two. Let's find out how Ireneusz, so how he'll make it in a chase position. Going up against Adam. Oh, and the hit! Hit at the outside zone number 2 from Adam. That made him going up straight in the outside zone number 3. They're still going through the course, but yeah, that's a fast call. Ireneusz Javor gets the win, and he is moving to a top 16.
It'll be fixed before the next competition, but we have Daniel out here coming in. Huge flick into that first outer zone. It's the second outer zone, staying in nice aggressive proximity throughout each zone, all the way through, getting super deep into the second to last outer zone, all the way through.
Yeah, Ilmars was struggling a little bit at his chase run. He was trying to stay close, making some shallow line here and there, some angle correction, but let's find out when he's going in the lead.
Ilmars with that skyline being nice and conservative, filling out each zones with that decel zone, staying a nice angle, generous, and being as smooth as possible. Huge angle into that final inner clip, missing it, going to that final outer zone.
I love how Daniel was just staying behind him and waiting for his moves. Okay, so
Yep.
Daniel Andreev gets the win. So Daniel
He was being smooth, and he was actually using them as a clipping point. So that's a cool thing to see for drivers.
Yeah.
You're spot on, man.
Yeah, so that was last battle in this one. We're halfway through top 32. Server restart, and we're coming back with second half of the top 32 bracket.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, so definitely experience was at Daniel's side, because he's season 9 winner, so previous season champion. And let's watch who we have here in this group. Yeah, that's gonna be nice, because we have Nico Stella going up against Adrian Ronero. I believe they are teammates from Escuco. Yeah, this young driver really, he was the second one in the quali. also with a crazy, I believe, 97-point run.
Whoa! Almost side-by-side entry from Adrian going in. Nico, yes, he is a young buck, our future generation of drifting, coming out here and doing a fantastic job in the lead, as Adrian Ronero is right there and staying in the pocket, and these teammates are gonna be duking it out. I think it's gonna be for bragging rights over here.
Yeah, it's really great to watch him developing through the seasons, because he's starting in DCGP, I don't know, 3-4 seasons maybe now, and he's still increasing in terms of skill and how he's driving, so it's amazing to see.
Another side by side. Oh my god. Oh, there's contact on the wall. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that side by side initiation was insane. But Adrian Ronero is going out here. Huge flick into the final inner clip, all the way to the final outer zone. Nico was very confident in the chase with the lead driver.
Okay, that was really fast call. Nico Stella gets the win.
Much love from both of these drivers, with each other doing some drift donuts at the end.
The judges said that it was 95 points lead run from Nico, so they were calculating this really quick now. Okay, next is Andris Kleinbergs and Tristan Bakowski. So Andris is already at the start line. Yeah, I know if there's no Tristan now, but we'll do this battle later on. Now moving on to the Danielius Parangauskas and Patryk Majewski. So that's gonna be a good battle there.
Oh man, Patrick with that 370Z did a fantastic job on this previous battle, and then Daniels is right there keeping that proximity to each wall, but a little bit of a battle in Auto Zone 3. And oh mercy, Patrick is just staying consistent throughout the whole run on the chase. Insane from him. Wow. I did say I was an American Muscle fan. I'm starting to grow fond of the E36.
Oh boy. That's old one, but still rocking the party.
Yeah. Coming out here, Patrick with a nice flick with that 370. Doing a good job in the lead and staying in each zone, as Daniels is coming in here with that E36 being very aggressive. Flicking it in there. Oh, some contact. But Patrick is unfazed and continuing on.
Yeah, Danielius was really flying hard into the last corner. They barely did that one. So I guess Patrick left him some space to to make it possible. Maybe I'm mistaken, but
yeah. No, it's I know BMW is not American, it's German.
Yep.
I'm starting to fall in love with them.
Yeah.
But I do like the E30s though. E30s are pretty cool if they're done right.
Yeah. Back in the day when I was watching a grassroots drifting in Poland, E30 was the thing. There was only E30 everywhere. Okay, so Patryk Majewski gets the win. So right now, it's really hard to spot E30 in the drifting now. That's more.
And the US is pretty popular.
Yeah.
Next we have Simon Sandman. I'm familiar with this guy with a huge Scandinavian flick, as Edgar is trying to stay in proximity. Sandman representing that drift time livery as he's filling out each zone, and Edgar is with that Ford Mustang. Huge surge, and he's trying to take over him.
Oh no.
He lost him. Oh no.
That went wrong.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, for 1 second I thought that he's gonna make it with this overtake, but then, oh no, that's gonna happen.
He was probably giggling
Yeah.
throughout the whole time. Man. But yeah, Edgar's out here with the Ford Mustang. Simon Sandman with that S chassis. Every time he would come up, I would start humming Metallica. But we got Edgar's out here filling out the zone.
Yep.
And a huge flick. Both of these guys riding that outer zone 3 wall, going all the way into outer zone 4, feeling good. Simon's just, oh, huge diesel from Edgar. Looks like a big mistake from Simon Sandman.
Oh no. If that means they're even now, I don't know. Yeah, you're struggling today with your microphone, so yeah, like. Okay, so I will say this because we cannot hear you clearly. So it's one more time between Simon and Edgar's. Judges said that they are even in mistakes, so.
Going into that final inner clip, no overtake this time. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Last part only.
Last part only?
Yeah.
Golly, man. After, I'm not gonna get out. I will let you take over real quick.
Okay.
But I'm gonna not restart my computer, but check my settings real quick.
Okay. So, coming back with Edgar's and Simon. Edgar's now leading. Simon in the chase. Wow, contact with the wall from Simon. Also, I could see the contact between those two before him going straight. But that's gonna definitely need some replay watching, or maybe not. Judges said that Edgar's Lasmanis gets the win, so Edgar's is advancing on to the top 16. And sadly for Simon, he's staying in the top 32. Okay, so we're coming back to the previous battle. So Tristan and Andris. Okay, so there is no Tristan, so we're watching Byron from Andris now. Oh, that's not good from Andris, but still he got the win, and we'll see Andris in the top 16. So that was the last battle in this one. And we're moving to the last group of top 32.
Alright. Let's exit out of here.
Yep, don't worry mate, after the top 32 we're gonna have like 10 minutes break. I will just announce it, so don't worry.
You got it.
And yeah, only one group left in the top 32. So let's find out who will fill this top 16 bracket. Okay, let's go. Adrian Chavez and Vaidas Sipaila. That's our next battle here. And here they come very close from Vaidas at the outside zone number 3. Adrian with a really nice and smooth lead run, so Vaidas can really stick to his doors all the way across the finish line. So yeah, Adrian was doing backwards entry all the way at qualies.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was, when he was going back, he was making this backwards entry always.
That's awesome to see. Vidas is out here just filling out each zone. Oh, some contact from Adrian. Going all the way through. See how he fights through each zone going into that final inner clip. Money.
Okay, so judges will be looking at the replay.
Mm-hmm.
Something is messing with my layout, but don't worry, guys. Okay, so judges got back and said that after the first run, Vaidas had an advantage. But at the beginning of the outside zone number 3, he was still losing speed too slow in this place. So judges decided that Adrian Chavez gets the win.
Nice.
Okay, next Kacper Śmieszek and Darius Ostrejka.
Darius out here in the chase. Let's see if my adjustments work. But we have Kacper out here in the lead with the RX-7. Huge flick from Casper. Darius is being very smooth with the initiation. Used some braking, slowing down to keep in the pocket. Being smooth and consistent all the way through. And not being afraid to stay in proximity throughout the whole battle. Here we go. You got Darius now in the lead. Casper in the chase. Darius, nice flick into that first outer zone, second outer zone, as Casper is just trying to stay within speed and cutting the track, missing the zones in the chase, but going out here and staying in the fight while Darius is filling out each zone. And my goodness, Casper was right on his door throughout that whole final ender clip.
Yeah, I love that transition into the last corner. He was just right behind him, but still, that wasn't enough to beat Darius Ostrejka, who is advancing on the top 16.
We have a Mark O'Rourke out here.
Yep, and Armands Lasmanis. So both guys are ready. And here we go.
Coming in with a big Scandinavian flick in there and just hucking it in each zone, as Armandas is right there with that pocket, staying right there and hucking all the way through, as Mark O'Rourke does a fantastic lead. Mark O'Rourke hails from Ireland? Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe.
Man, after that lead run, I might give him a pint of Guinness. Golly. That was insane. That was a good lead run. Now let's see how Mark O'Rourke, if he earns that pint of Guinness in the chase, giving Armands some room. Getting a little bit further back there, and then coming in and being aggressive in the chase and staying in the pocket and filling out the zones as Armands getting really nice and smooth, as Mark O'Rourke is coming in here, pint of Guinness in hand, hucking it right into that final detail zone and staying door to door with Armandas.
Whew. It's getting hotter in here.
Yeah, you earned a Guinness that time.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a winner. Mark O'Rourke gets the win. Okay, next one we go Stanislav Tarasov and Patrik Chosak.
And back to the previous battle, my sister and I have a running joke. Whenever we're lost in public, we yell Marco. Oh no, there's a tap on the wall from Stanislav 2 times. Now, Patrick is just keeping distance. He knows he did a really big mistake from Stan going all the way through. Those wall taps are going to be a crucial talking point for the judges.
Yeah, for sure. That was a big point in this run. So after this one, it was really tough to handle. And a side-by-side initiation by Stanislav. He just need to step some things up. Maybe he's counting for some mistake from Patrik. Door to door through the finish line. And we have a winner. Patrik Chosak gets the win, so that wasn't enough to get even one more time in this battle, so that means It was last battle in a top 32, and now we'll have break. So let me assure how long it will take. So right now you have a chance to grab something to eat, grab something to drink. Maybe ask Mark some Guinness or not. Who knows? So yeah, 10 minutes break from now, and we're coming back with top 16 action.
because he basically
Okay.
comes back on when it's. There we go.
Hello there.
Hello, Mackie.
Hello. So we have another commentator here, Yogi, with us also. And we are ready for a top 16, guys.
Man, I'm excited. I had to adjust some settings on my router. Hopefully it'll fix that issue we were having earlier, but yeah, 40 minutes. Just a little take. I'll be here hanging out with you guys.
Sounds good. We're gonna watch some cool battles now.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. I can imagine you guys.
Yeah,
Is
or
it-
watch people slam
Is it
into walls.
Ah, so the walls are tough for people. Okay.
Well, it's not the walls, it's the chase going into the wall at times. There's guys that made taps, and we don't want them to hit the wall. As well as that inner clip is going to be a struggle at times with some of the drivers.
So let's watch what happens.
Okay. And we have Krzysztof and Artem. So that's our first top 16 battle now.
Oh, very nice.
Well, bobble from the chase driver Artem, but he's coming in the chase and trying to stay in the pocket with Krzysztof and going all the way
matching
through.
angle.
Yes, money.
Beautiful.
My God. Artem has been doing a good job in the lead and in the chase being aggressive, but there's quite a bit of a bobble from the drivers, but we'll see how they perform out here with switching sides. Artem is going to be in the lead. And Krzysztof, Rapina. I'm going to say Rapina. I keep messing up his first name. So
No worries.
Artem out here with a Scandinavian flick into that first outer zone, riding that first wall, going into the second wall, left foot braking, applying that pressure from Rapina is going in and staying on it all the way through, getting nice deep in the pocket, a possible tire drop in the inner clip, but man, he was sticking it on him.
That was really, really good.
We'll see what the judges say on this. That chase run was fantastic from Rapina, but there was some bobbling from his lead run. We'll wonder how the judges would look at the both of these kind of tit for tat kind of situation we have here on the battle. So Yogi, how have you been, man?
I am good, man. Been teaching drifting today. That's what I've been doing. So I can't
Really?
complain. Yeah, that's what I
Nice.
do.
Man, you're awesome.
I'm just very passionate about drifting, man. That's what I do. That's all I
Yes.
care about.
I fell in love with the sport the first time I saw it in real life competition. Even before that, that was back in the early 2000s. But seeing how drifting has been evolving from different kind of drivers and even teachers like yourself. What is the specialty for your style of teaching?
I do not like going slow. I don't know how to explain it any otherwise. My mindset is very different than most people in the West because I prefer to use a lot of brakes and go a lot faster, if that makes sense. Whereas most people will try to use flicks and steering and left foot braking to slow themselves down in the corner. I prefer to go in as fast as I can. Do you know what I mean? So
Okay,
the main
so
thing that I
coming back to the
Yeah.
battles one more time between Krzysztof and Artem. And
well, let's do it again then.
Yeah, then you will come back to your story then.
That's
Yeah.
all right. There you go. Let's watch it again. We can come back in a second.
Rapina out here. Huge flick into that first outer zone and riding that wall, tucking it in there. But my goodness, Artem is sticking it with him. like a ballet out here on this D-cell zone. A little tap. And
Tap
it
on the
looks
front
like
wheel.
possibly a over-rotation from Rapina, possibly in that D-cell? Or what was it just like a surge from Artem? We're gonna
I think there
have
was
to
a
just
surge
look
from
at it.
Arden that went in there. He gripped up a bit too much in the wrong place, which was wheel to wheel, front to front. But I don't know. Let's find out. See what happens now, because it could change. It'll all change.
Yeah, buddy. Artem is now in the lead. And we have Rapina in the chase. A nice mirror of initiation going into that first two zones. And Artem is just uses that left foot brake to kind of stabilize a contact on transition from Rapina going all the way into this final outer zone. Rapina should have gave him a little bit more room. He was trying to stick it to him.
This is interesting because both mistakes end up for different places, but the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the GT86 was much closer in the chase in some places.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous close. So I would favor it to him, but that was some crazy driving with both drivers.
Yeah, it goes into like when you transition, it's a talent to be able to balance your speed and aggression with a transition like that. It looked like a little bit of too much proximity, and he didn't let off enough speed. So that transition from Artem didn't give him enough room.
Yeah. Looks like he's stuck in gear. He's hovering and great.
Okay, so Krzysztof Rypina gets the win.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The Camaro. It's quite funny you got excited by that.
Oh yeah, I love American Muscle. I also love this driver in a brotherly way. You have Vitali going to be in the lead, and Ajan Rampage Reeves in the chase, representing the purple and white Camaro. It's been very aggressive with that Camaro, being rowdy and rambunctious. That thing is awesome to see drive. Well, it looks like swap size. Rampage is going to be in
doing
the
a lead
now.
Let's see what he can do.
It's a buy run. It's a buy run. Let's see how he can be aggressive in this buy run. Doing a
time of
show.
lifting.
Oh,
No
my
lifting.
God.
Brilliant.
Nice and rowdy out here. Nice,
Yes,
good.
backward into the last corner. You only want to see.
Rampage out here doing the show. 360s for the crowd. Man, he's a great talent out here. It's good to see him go into the grade 8. The judges say a 94 run. Awesome.
94 run. Yeah, it would. Yeah.
That Camaro is sick. I'm so used to seeing him in a Corvette, so I sometimes say Corvette. It's just I'm so used to seeing that car just rip with him, and him going into the Camaro and being at home is so cool to see these drivers adapting to different like physics. Next we have Lucas in the lead, and Colin Matasha. I'm going to call him Mustache Man with the 370Z and give him some contact right off the rip and sending him into the wall. Wait, what? Lucas is continuing on. Was that a possible connection issue?
I don't know, man.
From my end? Because Lucas was just unfazed going through. What the world happened there?
Maybe he's a master at saving a crash. You know?
Maybe.
Made the magic happen.
That's awesome to see when guys just fight through it. And now we're going to have them switch sides. Lucas is going to be in the chase. Fought through the contact on the previous iteration of this battle.
Big swing.
Huge flicks on both of the walls, riding it from Colin, the Mustache Man, going into the power alley, into the D-cell zone. Huge D-cell, but my goodness, Lucas is sticking it to him.
That was a big over rotation there.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, but nevertheless, that crash in the first run
Oh yeah, that's
made
true.
the results. So Łukasz Tasiemski gets the win.
Mega. Who we got next on?
Daniel Andreev and Ireneusz Javor going with their first top 16 run.
Yeah.
Wow, going all the way through each zone so efficiently. Daniel is doing a great job in the lead. And my goodness.
His usage of momentum into every transition and out of, wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, you just saw
Beautiful
the weight shift
build.
on that car, man, and it was so smooth and fluid to see. Especially when you're seeing corrections, you'll see the body roll a little bit. This guy was just committed on each zone. Insane. Now you have oof. Flicking it in there, being very contact on the wall, and that the S chassis needs to win.
Okay, so
And
Daniel Andreev gets the win, and something is with your mic once again, mate.
Thought I fixed it.
So really
Okay, so that was last battle in this part of top 16, so we're quickly joining the server once again for a second half of the top 16 battles, and we will start with Nico Stella and Andris Kleinbergs. So Andris got into the top 16 without having one battle there, because he was already in the top 32, and then in the top 32 had a bye run, so
So back to what you were saying, Yogi. You like to go fast.
Yeah. It's as simple as that, man. So the main difference that I do, so I don't teach donuts or figure eights, anything like that. The only thing I do is how to approach a corner on a real racetrack and basically learn to drift it. So it's less about sliding cars. It's more about going as fast as you can in. Because that's my mindset. So if you've been in drifting for so long, you probably know it all started in the mountains. Everybody's just wanted to race in the mountains. When you go down the hill, you can't use brakes, because if you use brakes to slow down into a corner, so grip racing, you're gonna overheat your brakes and you're gonna die. So what they started doing, it's simple as that. They go sideways to utilize brakes better. So in my eyes, it's a race down the hill. That's what drifting is about for me. And if you're approaching first corner slow or slower, well, what's gonna happen? Right?
Or make you die just like Nico just happened right there. Nico just went straight into the wall and just got annihilated. Now we have Andres now in the lead. Nico is going to be in the chase. Let's see how they perform out here. Andres is right here, filling out the zone, being nice and aggressive, using some left foot braking to tuck his tail in close proximity to that third outer zone. Going all the way through, Nico is sticking it to him throughout the whole way, all the way through. This young buck has got a future, not only in virtual, possibly if he goes IRL, he was just sending it out there. Nico gets the win on that.
yep, so Nico is advancing on. And we're moving to the next one, which is Edgar's and Patrick.
Big entry by the Mustang. He is very fast in.
Very aggressive, very smooth with the weight transfers, with the transitions, and Patrick did a good job on maintaining that proximity throughout that whole chase with that 370Z. That Mustang is, a lot of people would like to call it a boat. I like to call it a fun bus, okay? So I have a good time with that Mustang. I love making that thing three-wheel, and Edgar's doing a fantastic job representing the Mustang fans out there. Patrick out here with the 370Z. Let's see how he does with this initiation. Nice. Genuine flick on that first outer zone, and a little tap from the Mustang saying, hey, I'm here. I am not leaving. Uh-oh. Patrick is gapping him a little bit into the power alley. D-cell is huge, and my goodness, got punted.
And Patrick gets the win because of this contact. I could just drop a Mustang joke about this one, but I will just stay. I'm here, right
Mustang's
here.
doing Mustang things.
Just Mustang things. Okay, so moving on to the next one, Adrian Chavez and Darius Ostrejka.
Told you he's doing good things for the Mustang fans out there. We have Adrian out here, the E36, and Darius Ostrejka coming in, going all the way through and staying good proximity. A little tap from Darius, but Adrian is still fighting through, and that contact going into his D-cell zone, and Darius is staying within close proximity with Adrian.
One more time backwards from Adrian. No, not this time, bro.
Maybe it's his way of warming tires. Okay, you know.
I don't know.
It's a good
I don't
way.
know.
It's a unique way of warmer tires.
Yeah, unique
Well, it does
backwards.
warm the front tires, so he's right.
Now we have Darius out here. We were saying early, he's very consistent with his chase runs being smooth. Let's see how his lead run fits in. And my goodness, doors from Adrian all the way through the outer zone 3. And he is sticking it to the VDC Pro all the way through. A little tire drop from the chase, but he is on him like white on rice.
Right on him.
He just stick into his doors and stay like that all the way through the course.
Oh, I just stayed all the way. Timed this transition perfectly every.
Yep.
Oh,
Great to see. You could see Adrian having a fun time. So is Darius. Going in to the start gate. It's just so good of chase from Adrian. It's good to see that kind of stuff. In real life, it's cool too, but you don't get it as much on the real life side, I would say, depending on the.
Okay, so it's a one more time. So judges.
Do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. So judges couldn't pick one exact winner.
As a driver in real life, I love one more times, as in getting them, because that literally means the judges want more for me, so I need to go harder. It's great.
Yeah, and I bet they are gonna deliver it. So.
Let's find out.
Yeah, it's one more times are fantastic, but this also is a test of fortitude and strength in the mental game. See how consistent you could be. Adrian going in with a big Scandinavian flick to the first two outer zones, all the way through to that third outer zone. Good proximity from Darius Ostrejka. Adrian is unfazed by the VDC Pro coming into the diesel zone. Darius is keeping doors all the way through, a little bit of contact and bullying him through that final outer zone.
That was an amazing finish to a perfect tandem run. That was insane. He stayed there the whole way.
Yeah.
What?
Only one thing I've seen that Adrian at his lead dropped slightly his wheel at outside zone number 4, but nevertheless great run. And let's check it out right now.
Let's see if Adrian is going to be doing the same thing, sticking it to his pocket right off the rip and unfazed by the Pro VTT driver. But that transition was super slow from Adrian, going into his diesel zone, getting door to door, all the way through that final outer zone, and some pushing from Adrian.
He just pushed him out of the track.
He pushed him out of the way. He got the second transition wrong, which gave him way too much acceleration forward, and since he just couldn't slow it down, that was just too much.
Man, that transition was a little bit too slow from Adrian. The judges are going to be looking at the replay, and Darius is just there, just having a good time. The bullying from Darius from the first run, and then just him the whole run, and then Adrian was trying to bully him back. Oh man, we got these guys out here in the line. The camaraderie between the drivers out here, it's more of what some of the pro drivers
do. No way. Oh, that's quite cool as well.
Their game, they're chatting to each other, and the cool thing about it is, the driver said that actually Vaughn Ginton was one of my recollection is the competition. That's your reward. All the time leading up to it is your work, and when you see drivers getting along, just having a good time during comp day, that's when you enjoy the drifting even more.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's not work if you're enjoying it, right?
Yep.
I truly believe that a happy driver will always win a competition.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's usually the case where a confident driver usually just is the fastest driver at an event.
Yeah, and does the most outlandish things that you didn't.
Yeah. He's just like fun.
Yeah.
Also,
Fully agree with that.
That's not the race when there's a lot of time to check some things, to make your errors into some time gaining or something. It's just a quick run. Oh, and we have a winner. Adrian Chavez gets the win. So on last corner, Darius was so slow that it was unchaseable in judges' eyes. So that means Adrian is going to a top 8. Whew. And we're going back to the start line with next battle, Mark and Patrick.
Yeah, we'll see how Mark performs after he got his pint of Guinness right off the rip, getting a nice flick, going all the way through, as Patrick is hucking it right into the door of Marco Rorik, going all the way through, giving him some room on this diesel, some huge angle into that final inner clip, all the way through. Marco Rorik out there with a stellar performance in the lead.
That was absolutely insane.
Yeah, it looks
Insane.
like really like Patrick was scared what he's doing at the lead, so he just left him some space.
I've been doing this.
Do your things, and
layout
I'm waiting for you.
Right, let's see it again. I want to see another backy. Oh, someone's lagging.
Patrick out there, he had a pucker factor moment on the chase. We'll see how he does, trying to make Marco Rorik fight and struggle to stay in that proximity. It looked like he scooted up a little bit too forward in the pocket on outer zone 3, but my goodness, Marco Rorik is just continuing on and shredding.
That was pretty insane. I've been doing this layout for years as practice. That last corner is a backy corner. It is faster around there as a backy.
Yeah,
so
but
it's interesting to see. Obviously, it's not allowed, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean I don't mean a backy where you slow down. I don't mean something that will stall the chase. I mean, if you...
It's not always about how backwards it is, like you can just pull an amazing angle there and still that will not be in backwards, because backwards is really good when chase driver knows that you're doing backwards. Otherwise that may happen really bad, because you only can see one driver, lead driver, going with extensive angle, and you don't know if he's over rotating, he's spinning out, or he has everything under control. So that means in tandems we do not allow backwards. So okay, 2 big mistakes at the chase. Patrick at outside zone number 5, Mark at outside zone number 3. That means we will see them going once again, one more time.
Alright, let's see who's consistent. Mark O'Rourke in the lead. Patrick in the chase. Mark O'Rourke coming in with another nice, generous flick. Not as close proximity as he had before, but my goodness, Patrick is just coming in and staying in the pocket throughout the whole track. Huge angle and staying with him, mirroring Mark O'Rourke in her clip to the final outer zone.
It was perfect.
That's pure insanity what happened there at the last corner, bro.
No. All I'm saying is, so I agree with you that full-on backward entry shouldn't be, like, you can't predict it, but that was a backward entry the right way in my eyes. It was backwards, but you kept the angle and kept the speed.
Yeah,
so then that is
consistent one.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Let's see. I feel like the Supra is going to pull it off again.
Oh man, Patrick coming in. A little bit of a huge, big decel from Patrick to keep that angle.
Going to be a lot of speed into that corner.
Huge angle. Come on, let's get it. Nice fill out on each zone. But Mark O'Rourke is just sticking it to him. Wow. Insane from these two drivers. Probably my favorite battle of the day.
Yeah, I really agree. Especially this one more time is just much confidence in these two. Like, they know what they're doing and they're pulling out all what they got. So.
Patrick is like, I'm prepared for that packy,
I
man.
know,
Let me stick it to you. Man, it's so cool to see these guys kind of like adapt to each driver. It's something really unique with drifting compared to like other motorsports or even any other sport. You don't have much time to adapt and overcome. If you're talking about maybe like sports like baseball or football, you have a longer period of time to adapt. Drifting is all right, one run, okay, let's go. Like, I gotta adapt to it real quick.
It's just a few seconds you have to make all you got, so you're working very long time to pull one run, second run in the quali, then tandem one, and second run, and that's all. You don't have much track time. Okay, so Mark O'Rourke gets the win. Great job.
This track has been providing some insane runs, from yesterday's 99 qualifying run to today's tandem backies. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Like,
I love Japanese tracks, man. It's what they do.
And like that, we're moving to a top 8. So here we go. And first battle will be Krzysztof Rypina versus Dijon Reeves. So
Rampage!
Yeah!
Out here doing it. Great job with the Camaro. I love saying his name, man. Just gets me amped up. Gets me ready to go to work, even though I have about 10, 15 minutes left. Don't want to go to work. I want to see what happens. luckily I work from home, so it's easy for me to be like, all right, I have to hop off and then just go to my other
Yeah,
computer.
yeah, let's go to the next room, and I'm at work now.
I was talking to some coworkers yesterday. I'm like, it's great working from home, but I miss messing around with coworkers and just poking fun at them or doing a prank on them. Just to make me entertained through the day. I can't really do that. I'll prank my son once in a while, but then he already knows what I'm up to, so it's not like a genuine
Coworkers
surprise,
is easier target. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah. My son he sees me come into the room. He's like, "All right, what are you gonna do?" It's great to have that moment. Is there another refresh? Hello?
Hello, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. I thought I lost connection.
Yeah, server will be restarted, I guess.
Yankee Doodle went to town. My coworkers are dogs and a 8-year-old child. It's funny when my son's around and he hears me commentate. You'll hear in the background doors. It's funny.
I'm coming in.
Yeah. But Rapina is going to be in the lead. Ijon Reeves.
Let's go.
Ijon Rampage. Reeves in the chase, sporting the Camaro, purple, white, AOM livery, Escuco livery in the front, coming in. Rampage is keeping that proximity. A little bit of a lazy initiation from Rampage, something I'm not used to in the chase from him. But he had to cut the track just a little bit as Rapina goes through that final inner clip in zone.
I guess he didn't expect speed from Krzysztof, so that may be the case here.
That possibly can be the case. Maybe he was trying to be conservative and then didn't know where he was going. Let's see how Reeves performs out here in the lead. Lights are green. Rampage coming in with a huge flick into that first outer zone, riding that second outer zone wall, third outer zone, little tappy tap, mwah, kiss to that wall, all the way through to the power alley, flicking it in there. Nice flick into that final inner clip and outer zone. My word, I didn't know that Camaro could do that.
That was pretty insane. Even the last corner was quite committed on angle. That was... I don't know if the judges will... I'm not sure. There was a few moments where I felt like the transitions he did in the lead may have caused the chase driver to... I don't know. That was interesting to watch.
Yeah, it was the lead with Rapina. He did a fantastic job. Reeves rode the first wall, then did a chef's kiss on that outer zone 3 and continued on and fought through it. It's insane to see that kind of commitment.
Yeah, that was a great wall run, but I believe that wasn't enough after the first run.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Krzysztof Rapina gets the win. So he is the first driver in a top 4 today. And moving on to the next battle, Daniel Andreev and Łukasz Tasiemski.
Daniel's been doing a great job out here. Flicking it in there. Oh, some contact on the wall. He becomes a dreidel and spins all the way off track.
I guess he was just trying too hard, and then one wrong move got him into the wall at the outside zone number 2, and right now, big advantage to Daniel after the first run.
Pretty much just needs an active chase on this one.
Yeah.
To secure the win. Lucas is going to be in the
Or
lead.
inactive lead, right? I'm kidding.
Yeah, or inactive lead, meaning going all the way off track. Let's see.
Oh,
Big Scandinavian
angle.
flick. All the way through. Riding that wall. And Daniel is just staying in the fight and just trying to keep that drift going in the chase and have an active chase. And man, that was a good conservative chase from Daniel, and that is going to secure his win. Next, we got Nico and Patrick. Nico, the young buck, putting some ripples out here in the Aceto community, in the competition scene. Nico with the Skuko livery. Let's see how he comes out here.
Oh no.
Oh, a little bit of contact and gets sent into the wall yet again.
Yeah, that was a contact. I don't know, it was just before the initiation or just at the line of the initiation, but it was clear that he's gonna go straight into the wall, and in real life that would end up really bad. But in sim drifting is just okay. And we're doing second run.
Nico's out here just having. It's crazy to see. When I was younger, my thing was doing competitions for Halo, and now you got kids out here just getting a sim rig and doing competitions
Halo champion.
here. You were a Halo champion?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm actually not joking. Halo 1 like a long time ago. A long time ago. Talking about it, there you go. Very good initiation by the lead, and the chase car is matching him every time. This is amazing. Way past time. Very nice.
That was a.
I think could have been closer in the chase a little bit.
Yeah. That in zone, that final inner clip, going to the final outer zone. It looks like some drivers they kind of, like you were saying before, they backy, but they dive right into that inner clip so they could get that final outer zone. It's so cool to see. The overt of some drivers that do it, but some drivers do it smooth.
In my eyes, it's all about being past angle and doing less. When you're going backwards, you're going to the right place anyway. So if you can, if you know how to use grip. Sorry?
Sooner or later, you're going into the right place.
Sooner or later, you go there. Yeah. So effectively, it's all about not doing anything, because what most people do is go back on power too soon, and then it kind of you kind of lose grip.
Mm-hmm.
And that moment, you kind of want grip just a little bit later.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So it's all about the people who can time it absolutely perfect and wait for the right moment to launch. And it's quite cool to see, because it in my eyes, well, like you guys saying, most runs are really good runs. Like top 48, everybody's doing a really decent run that in real life would be a crazy run. Mm-hmm. So it's got to start differentiating in the small things. And in my eyes, that's what I'm looking at. Who's using grip and who's in a burnout.
Okay, so there was a contact. Judges just wanted to make sure, and that's why Nico gets the win.
Cool.
And
moving on.
Moving on to his teammate Adrian and Mark O'Rourke.
Mark O'Rourke took a huge gap at the start line, man, to try to keep that proximity right off the rip. Almost side-by-side initiation and a huge contact on outer zone 3, going all the way into outer zone 4 and 5. Adrian is fighting through nice and smooth all the way to the final outer zone. Here he comes. Will he do it? Will he do it? Backy.
Yeah, let's
backy,
go.
ready? Yeah. Warming up the tires, going to the line.
Not wrong.
We're gonna call that the Adrian scrub. Coming into
Oh,
the second outer zone is good. Marco Rourke doing a fantastic job filling out third outer zone.
Whoa!
Money. Oh, huge angle, but
And
staying in the
Bakowski!
pocket.
There you go. You even
Oh,
helped
mercy.
him. That
Yeah.
was perfect.
Great.
You even
stuff.
helped him a little bit. Gave him a tap back to just straighten. That was great.
Woo, that was a quick call. Adrian Chavez
Oh.
gets the win. And he
Very good. I'm
is the
excited to see this
last
one.
one in the top 4. Woo.
So are you refreshing now?
I
Yes,
don't
we
think
are.
so. Or maybe. Yeah. We're doing it for a last time today. And we'll be good to go with a top 4 battles, so who's gonna take the top spot today? That's the main question.
I have no clue.
Son of
Man.
a backies. That's all I'll say.
Also, when you're talking about backwards, also you have to take it at the consideration that the suspension is working. Also, cambers are changing, so it really
Oh yeah, no,
make
absolutely.
a
Setup
difference
is
when you're making your setup than when you're using your grip to your advantage. So there are a lot
the way
of
I
things
see
to
it.
consider.
Yes, it's about balance. It's not about one thing. It's not about just driving skills. It's about driving skills, setup, car, grip. Everything has to be working in harmony. Do you know? And when it does, drivers can really excel. That's what we'll see now. We still here? Here we go. Cool.
I am going to bid my adieu, guys. I gotta head off to work. It was a absolute blast.
Yeah,
I'll be back
great
with
job.
Damian.
Thank you for joining it today.
Thank you, John.
And
Thanks for
Wonderful
joining.
evening,
I
guys.
hope we'll see you at the next one at the Kołodziejczyk Park.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, thank you, man. And yeah, we're only few battles left now.
The most exciting ones. Let's get
Yeah.
to it.
Okay.
So Daniel against Khrushchev.
Stuff, yeah. So our season 9 champion going up against multiple time champion as Krzysztof is from previous seasons. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, nice entry. A little bit delayed in the chase, but he's matching it. He can't catch it though. But he's catching on, shallowing his line, getting his move, and now he's going to make his move in the last corner. Absolutely matching the angle, giving a little bit of a tap, but keeping him on track. Look at that. Maki, what was that? Tell me.
I don't know what caused this gap at the start of the run, but the end was just amazing. Small taps, but he was keeping his distance, mimicking angle and line.
Yeah, I think Daniel was on a different pace, and that's why he's keeping more pace now, because he's going to show us how to be on a door. Watch this, very well timed transition, and he's right in the pocket, making a nice, oh, not even tapping, just a tiny bit at the end. But now he's keeping it, he's going to make his move in the last corner. Yeah, 2 backwards, 2 matching angle, beautiful run.
Yep, amazing. Really curious what
didn't think-
happened there at the outside on number 3. Some tiny taps there.
Yeah, but it didn't. I think both drivers were affected the same amount by the same mistakes of each
I
their own.
guess, yeah.
So it kind of equals out. So it only means the only difference is the proximity in the first run, which I don't know why it was, but I don't think anybody broke any rules. So yeah, there we go. Daniel takes the win.
Daniel takes the win, so he's going up to the final.
And now we got Nico against Adrian.
Yeah, teammates from Escuco.
And Adrian is the backy person from what we've seen before. So I said it. Let's see what he can do.
Here we go.
Oh, that's a very risky move, but he pulls it off right on the door. Nice timing on the transition. He's a little bit shallow in the line. Timing it perfectly, and now he's gonna make his move. Not going full backwards. And he's keeping the distance very nicely. Not what I expected. Why am I disappointed from that such a crazy run?
Yeah, that was crazy, but only one.
Oh, and now
down.
he does backies.
Yeah, again. Oh no, not this time. Only one thing that was chase driver's shallow line at this really hard outside zone number 3. So
Yeah.
let's find out.
Let's see what Nico can do.
Now.
But Nico, wow, what an initiation from Nico in the chase. Transition, gets on the door, stays there, times it again really well, going backwards. Yes, he is, matching the angle, matching everything he threw into him. That is insane.
That's some crazy stuff. And
I feel like that's pretty clear.
yeah, that
There we go,
was
Nico takes
awesome.
the win.
Yeah, Nico Stella gets the win. So Nico will be going up against Daniel, but first there will be battle for the 3rd place. So Adrian versus Krzysztof. So once
Let's
again,
go.
2 Escuco drivers in a battle for the 3rd spot, and we will see Nico in a great final. Okay, so one of our judges had to restart the game.
Oh, are we restarting?
Yeah, and no, his game, not the.
Oh.
No, you can just go back. One of our judges had to do so. Okay, so now that's gonna be a 3rd place battle between Adrian and Krzysztof. Here we go. 2 teammates battling for the 3rd spot. And the round 2, EBISU NISHI. Let's go. Crazy stuff right now. Backwards at the chase. Very clean lead run from Adrian. And a very fast flick. Going back into the start line.
Right, let's see it. So, 2nd run, 3rd place. Who's going to take 3rd place on the podium? Oh, just on the blue line. That's a massive swing. Oh, a little bit of understeer there on entry by the chase driver, but he's keeping the timing better, surging forward. And now onto the backward entry. Oh, denies it for him.
Oh no.
So now, do you know what? I have a question, Maki, because this will basically save about what we were talking before. Because in your eyes, that backward entry was too much.
I don't know.
Or is it not? No, that's what my question is. What did the judges think?
I don't know, but the judges said that Krzysztof Rypina gets the win. And
There we
he's
go.
taking
We've
the
got a
3rd
third place
spot.
winner.
So Tandem Donuts, and we're moving to a great final of today. Nico, Stella, and Daniel Andreev. Whew, that's gonna be crazy.
I have no doubt. Big gap to start on the start line. He knows what he's doing. Quick run up. S15 is not running on A. Wow, perfect timing on initiation, matching the angle on the door. Nice transition. Both of them right on the clip. Chase car could have had a little bit more angle, but still keeping the proximity really well. Big snappy transition. Not matching his angle on the last corner, but he's keeping on his door all the way around. That was some great driving.
Yeah, have you seen how close Nico was to the wall at outside zone number 2? He was just having his
crazy.
bumper. Great stuff.
Crazy. Here we go. Last run of the day, we think.
Yep. Or maybe one more time. Who knows? Let's check it out.
Oh, nice flick on the chase. Perfect timing transition on the track. Wow! And again, what is he going to do in the last corner? Can he match it?
Oh, no.
Oh, same tap.
Oh no. Just little bit too fast there. He was trying to stay as close as he can. But I don't know if it was worth it, so... Yeah, judges right now need to analyze this contact, because I guess that's gonna be a crucial thing in terms of scoring this run. I think, yeah, judges have a winner. Daniel Andreev gets the win, so...
Congratulations, Daniel. There we go, well driving.
Congratulations to Daniel. But, yeah, that's gonna be a replay, so yeah, we're waiting for a final and binding score, but it's unofficial now that Daniel gets the win. Just they want to make sure that everything is fine. Yeah, so as I were talking, Okuibuki, it's gonna be a really interesting one, because
When is it?
it's gonna be 8th of January to 10th of January, so it's gonna be in the next year, I believe.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've already had Okuibuki in the previous seasons, but this time we'll have a different layout, so just don't get too familiar with the old one.
Still there, Mackie?
Yeah, we're still waiting for a score. Okay, so judges came back to the server, said that braking was in a good place, but they were wondering if Daniel put too much angle at the last corner. So, what's the final verdict? But judges said that Nico missed a little bit outside zone number 5 and he has a lot of speed, so Daniel Andreev gets the win. So that's official verdict. And here is our top 3 of today. Daniel Andreev first place, second place goes to Nico Stella, and third place goes to Krzysztof Rypina. So congratulations, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next year at Okuibuki Park, round 3 of season 10 Drift Corner Grand Prix. Thank you, Yogi, for joining in.
It's okay. I've had loads of fun. It was a great top 16. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, and see you guys. Goodbye, good night.
See you guys then.